In 1987, Jesus gave to me a series of classes he called Spiritual Alignment. Over the years, I've come to realize this is alignment with your higher self, with the creators, and with everything in the universe, for all are love and all are in alignment with each other. Humanity is the only creation out of order. So if we work to be in alignment with all truth, then we are ready for ascension. God the Creator, in all of His wisdom, all of His knowledge and love, created all the experiences that there are. But He found there was a difference from creating the experience and living the experience. So, in His wisdom, He took part of Himself and created another spiritual being as Himself, from part of Him, through Him, out of Him, so that we all were one, coming from one mind, one body, for one purpose. And that purpose was to experience all the experiences that the Creator created in His love for all. This purpose was to experience and learn from all the good and the love that was given. It was to give back to the Creator all of the experiences that He had created and we had experienced, for in this way He would then experience all the experiences He had created. Understand that our flame of life is the same as the God Source, individualized expressions of God energy, God's spiritual DNA literally in our soul's spirit. This is not hard to understand, since our physical world, we understand how we inherit our DNA from our biological parents. So it is, we inherit our spiritual DNA from Heavenly Source, from Mother, Father, God. This is our potential we have within us, the spiritual qualities and abilities of God. This represents the splitting of the original individualized expression from Creator, without diminishing, but with equal potential, the twin flame of our soul's mate. Our English language leaves much to be desired. In Hebrew, the word for God means both male and female. We lose that in the translation when we give the word for God a male pronoun, signifying a patriarchal God. According to the definition given as twin flames, the two that make one, God is both male and female aspects, Mother, Father, God, or gods. As above, so below. As below, so above. That is our potential. And so it is, as with this candle we can see and feel the energies coming from it. As the candle gives light and gives heat, so it is with our individualized expressions. That too, even encased in our physical beings, give off light and energy. Let me show you how that works. This is what our spiritual energy that exudes from our body would look like if your physical eyes could see it. It's very colorful, as it is filled with light, radiant light of many different hues and colors. And as we bring it more and more toward perfection, it becomes whiter and whiter, becomes pure light in its total essence. So, let's get started. This is a journey that will take all of your life. It will never be finished because there'll always be something new to learn and something new to experience. But to get started, place the middle finger into the palm of your hands and apply some pressure. This will activate the chakra that is in your hand. Later, you will learn how to connect this chakra into the heavenly realm where there is a healing layer of energy, and you can channel it through your hands, much like those who do laying on of hand healings and Reiki practitioners who use it in massage. Now, slide your hands back and forth until they get very warm. You may want to do it as many as 36 times. Some people will think that this is friction, but in a few minutes I will show you that it is your spiritual energy that you have activated. Now, put your hands up across from each other, and with your mind's eye, envision, and with your breath, breathe into this space energy. Do it until you are able to feel the energy get thicker and thicker and thicker. This is an exercise that is extremely fun for children, for they love to create these balls and throw them at each other. So for an example, find a friend and put your hands up like this. Both of you have activated your hand chakras. Now one of you, move your hands side to side, never touching the other one. Feel the energy as it radiates between you. And as the hands move, the space between the fingers creates something like taking a stick and going down across a picket fence. And you can literally feel the difference between where the fingers are and where the fingers are not. In the palms of your hands begin to radiate energy also. You can feel it as a tingle. You might feel it as a heat. You might even feel it like a breeze. Now, stack your hands. Find a third friend and layer so that you have a different person above you and different one below you on each hand. Now feel these energies. Close your eyes if you have to block out all the sensory perception that your eyes are bringing in. But feel these energies, and you will realize that you are feeling 4 separate energies. Each person has their own energy. Now, to be able to measure your aura, get just a regular old coat hanger. Cut it here and cut it here and form this L shape. Now this L shape is called an L rod. And you hold them in your hands like this. Kind of rub up and down them. Cook them with your energy so that they know you are the one that's going to be talking to them. Slide your hand back and forth. Now hold them like this. You can set the handles inside a plastic tube and then curve the bottom to hold that tube on. That will ensure that you're not hanging on to the coat hangers too tight, because they have to be loose. They have to be able to move freely without any binding. Now we'll show you how these rods work. Here's Jonathan. He's going to measure Becky's auric field, her spiritual energy. So he holds up those 2 L rods, and as he walks forward, you will see them open about right now. That's average. That's pretty good. That's where most people are. Few people have smaller ones from the hurt of life. But here we have another individual coming up. And as Jonathan opens up the L rods, they swing behind him. Means Jonathan's going to have to go to the back of the room to measure this guy. Now he starts to come forward. It is unusual to have an aura like this unless you have a regular practice of meditation and prayer. So this is your light. This is your individualized expression of God, flaming brightly. And when it comes to live within your physical body, that light exudes out of your body, creating beautiful colors everywhere. Here you can see the energy coming in from the sky, down into the crown, down to the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, the hada, and the root. You can even see the chakras in her palms. Radiating out from her are the many different colors of the different layers. For each one of these chakras has also a layer of the spiritual body out here. So how do you see auras? I'm going to let Christina tell you about that. And as she does so, please watch her aura. It becomes electric.
The human aura is your energy field that surrounds your physical body, and it is comprised of two main aspects. The first aspect is your spiritual or your soul essence. This is the original energy that you came into this lifetime with. This contains your mental, your astral, your emotional, subtle energy bodies. The second aspect that makes up your aura is comprised of your electromagnetic field. And now this is the light, heat, thermal, electrical energy that radiates and emanates from your physical body. Your aura is three-dimensional and it radiates in all directions around you. It is shaped like a big cocoon of light or like a big egg shape around your physical body and extends about arm's length around you. It can also go out further and you can also pull it into your body. Remember that your aura is this vibrant and dynamic field of energy that is constantly moving and changing and shifting all throughout your day. The first exercise that you can do to see your aura is by using your hand. You'll need a nice white background in order to do this. If you don't have a white background, you can use a white poster board instead. So you want to place your hand about 1.5 feet away from you against that white background. And then you want to begin to focus your eyes and stare right at the top of your middle finger. And begin to really focus your sight right there and keep it on there for a good 15 to 30 seconds. Then you'll want to begin to soften your gaze, soften your eyes, and relax, and start to take in the vision and sight right between your fingers, as well as your whole entire hand and the white background. Keep your gaze nice and soft, relax, and breathe. Let your eyes adjust, and as you do so, you'll begin to notice this soft, fuzzy haze around the edge of your hand, in between your fingers, all around. And that is your aura. The second way to see your aura is by using your upper body. You're going to need a partner for this who can stand again against a white background, and then you will stand about 5 or 6 feet in front of them. And as you're standing looking at your partner, you want to stare right at their forehead and just keep your gaze right there. And again, you want to look and just stare for a good 15 to 30 seconds. And begin to soften your eyes, soften your gaze, and start to take in their entire face, their neck, shoulders, and then the white background behind them. And as you do so, you'll begin to see this nice fuzzy soft haze or waves of energy sort of around their arms, around their shoulders, around the head. And that is your human aura. This auric field that you notice around my shoulders, around my head, has also been depicted as a halo. And we've seen this in many paintings of religious figures, saints, angels, and cherubs. So if you're not seeing it right away, don't worry, keep practicing, and in no time you'll be able to see auras. Not only can you see the aura, but you can also intuitively read the energy of the aura. So the aura contains information such as different colors and the meanings that it has for you at each moment. You can also read about information about who you are, as well as energy that can get stuck or stagnant in your aura.
That white will turn to color.
Now we're going
When
to
I first
practice
started,
seeing
I saw them
auras.
since I was little, but I didn't know that's what I was looking at. And when I started to look for them, they were kind of white, almost no color. But I've been looking at them for a long time, and I see a full spectrum. The rarest colors I see are orange, gold, and purple. Green is everywhere.
Okay, now we'd like to give each one of you an opportunity to come stand at the wall, and we're all going to practice seeing auras and tell them what color they are. All right, who wants to volunteer? Okay, you guys looking at her? When you see some color, tell us what you're seeing.
That's what I see.
Dark green. That's a Mama Earth. Okay, anybody else? Anybody see a color on her yet? Purple. Is that what everybody is seeing? Is everybody seeing that, or do you see some other colors?
I see a light pink.
Light pink. Anyone else? Are we all seeing that range? Okay, pink. Another one with pink. Okay, great. Thank you.
I saw it was shifting a little bit from blue to green. The pink was a slightly larger color, it was a little more out here.
Over her right shoulder.
Yeah, it wasn't quite that close in.
Oh, that's her guide. That's your spiritual. That's one of your spiritual guides. A round pink ball.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah, that's your spiritual guide. So you got somebody with you. They saw him. Okay. Anybody see colors here?
I see kind of a grayish, kind of a darker color. Yeah, gray.
Okay. Anybody else?
I see a lot of yellow. It's hard to tell, isn't it?
I know. I know.
Yeah, it really is. It's just that one top of the white, because it's tall enough, the wall's white right there.
Yeah. We'd planned on doing this next week, and we were going to bring a white sheet, but we had enough time. We can.
I got some other appointments I gotta do on the days, but I won't be here till like 7:40.
Okay.
Bad joke, sorry.
Okay. What colors we seeing?
I see a light green, more of a lime greenish.
Lime green. Anybody else? What are you seeing?
I feel red.
You feel red?
Yeah.
I was saying orange.
I see a yellowish orange.
I feel like red.
Oh, wow. Okay. Here, I want to try something. I want you to close your eyes and look at it. And see what color comes up for you. Purple? Okay. Anybody else?
Definitely orange.
Yeah.
Light
Very
orange.
Yeah, very lighter color.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Betty.
Aura.
There you go. She's 16, you'll see black.
Yeah.
Yellow?
I see blue.
You see blue?
I see a couple of different colors. Blue? Yeah. I see multiple colors.
All right, what colors are you seeing?
On her right side, a more bluish green, and the left side is more reddish orange. That's,
Okay.
because I see multiple colors.
I
see so far. I see.
do see a spot.
Yeah.
See a lot coming in on orange.
Eyes open, and I see very good.
That's interesting.
I definitely see.
What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, some of us have spiritual sight. And so sometimes it's easier for us to see these things if we close our eyes.
Right.
Being from, yeah.
It's
just not-
What do you see on the other side?
Effect of my body.
Yeah. Okay. So did we decide she's yellow in multiple colors?
Multiple colors for me.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Mean.
You're happy.
Anybody else see the colors?
There you start to get it.
You may want to make a note down for yourself, because in a couple classes we will go into color healing and talk about what the different colors mean and how they relate to your chakras and how they, yeah.
Why can I feel them and not see them? What's that difference?
Everybody has different gifts. So don't compare yourself to anybody else, because your gifts are going to be just special for you. And some people feel, some people see, some people taste, some people smell. Any possibility is there. And as we go through the different exercises and explaining things, you may find that some of these others actually develop for you.
And like with him, I could like see that like blue, and that's because he left so much energy, right? There was so much created that I could see a color.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I really had to talk it up.
I can really see with my eyes open ears,
Mine.
real strong.
What color?
It was kind of a purplish blue.
It's
This
bright.
blue.
Yeah,
Is that what you're getting? Purple, blue? Okay. Oh, she's saying white with silver in it. A silvery white. Anybody else? Light blue? A silvery white. Anybody else? Light blue? Everything is created from energy, from love, including us. And so this is why learning about the energies, learning how they work, and how we affect them is important to have a happy life upon this earth plane. When you bring peace within your being, it brings a comfort and a knowing that preserves love. When you find even the smallest way in which you do not support love and correct it,
then you bring in more love into the world. You manifest more physical aspect of love here on your planet, in its energy makeup, in its grid, in all its physical beingness, in its breath, in its waters, in its soil, in its bones, and therefore promote advancement toward its pristine condition. Same as with your physical beingness. As you draw peace, love, and joy within you, it creates healthier joining of all particles that make up your beingness. Once upon your planet, there was a great teacher. This teacher expressed to you these original instructions. His expression was simple: love one another. If you truly love one another, and this love is your basic building blocks, then to love one another is to build one another, to add to another, to make one up, raise one up spiritually and physically in your world of now. Remember, all is love. It is the building blocks of creation. Remember, your words are power. Be conscious of the intent and the power behind your words. Call forth the DNA, the original instructions, from the ground where it lies sleeping. Call it forth from the air, the water, the soil, and the stone people. Plant it firmly and let it flow over the earth to all those who are susceptible of it. Remember that love is not an attachment, an emotional attachment, but love is the building blocks of creation. And by invoking love, you can recreate what has been turned to chaos, bring it back to wholeness and fulfillment of dreams and plans, establishing the original instructions again for this sphere. So this is why we are doing these segments on spiritual alignment, to realign our souls with the soul of the earth and the soul of creation. I hope that you will consider joining us. Thank you. Aho.